Good morning, stewards. After a long night of rain, heavy rain, good sleeping weather. We're having a lot of water come down the mountain. You can't see it today, but with the rainfall on sight and what's coming down off the mountain, we're having a watershed success today. This edge of the property doesn't get too much flow because most of it goes this way. But what does come here soaks in along the edge of our property and infiltrates. But most of the beginning of our water story starts over here. You can see our swale is full and still gently moving, and we're getting some more silt deposit that needs to be harvested and brought out. Let's go see the end of it. So we've captured most of the silt. Our swale is full, so the water levels come up, so it's maximized its infiltration there. And then here, we have our overflow. There's a level here to where any excess actually goes down this way to the pond. So what we're doing here is maximizing our diversions and preventing downstream erosion. So you can see the difference. See how wet the road is. Look at how dry this trench is. Really. Okay. And look at ours. What so many people do here is they allow this water to rush and it washes the road out further downhill. Just like you see, it's super washed out. Very rocky, bumpy. So the next step that this goes into is the water cleaning basin. So let's go take a look at that. Let's continue the exploration of the journey of one of our most valuable resources here, the water. So the swale we were just looking at is out here in the street. The water is coming under and any overflows going down here. So let's look really closely what we have. We have Napier, Bracharias over here, and Mathangis, which love water, grasses, biomass grasses. We have some eucalyptus. I'm using this different than most people do, so don't freak out. Bananas. You can see we're still working this bed over. You can see where the water is coming under at. So we're soaking all of this up into this biomass of basically grasses, bananas, and different trees. We will be planting some more density into here, but it's already thick. It's just waiting to grow up. That's all. See this water here? So here, let's get to the real star of the show. Looks like we actually had some spillover here, which will need to be fixed. Let's take a mental note of that. But we have the water here on the overflow shelf entering from the street, going into basin 1. We have some different kinds of grasses here, some Bracharias, some Napiers. There's some papyrus type things called totua. They're kind of like super yellow turmeric cattails. We have some water slow down agents over there, bamboo, more Napier, all of this, and then it overflows. So it comes in here, overflows, we're slowing it down. It spills into this. Let me step over. More banana, more Mathangi, bamboo grass, whole lots of reed grasses. Some of these from the forest. More Napier grasses. Step over again. So this is what we're having here. We have our little island. The water is coming through all these water-loving plants. And then there will be, let me show you first. There will be, once this is done, another basin here before it exits, but we're still in construction on that, so the overflow actually travels to here. And right now it's just kind of a channel. And you can see the water moving. And then it's gonna go down there, backside of the house, on the backside of the property. Now let's jump over there and check out the addition of our roof, our rainwater harvesting system, and how it's traveling. So we continue here. You see the water coming down. And here's our gutter collection on the roof, right? So it's coming into here. This is our first flush diverter. This is our initial tank, which we get our drinking water from for our Berkey. And yeah, this is all gonna be cleaned up and dressed and landscaped and everything, but we're still in the process. These first two tanks clean, sediment settles, and you get this big one. So drinking water, first two, they both have taps, the water's flowing, coming in here. And then this actually gravity feeds into this tank, which is then electrically pumped up to the two tanks on the house, okay? So we're at like capacity right now on our water. So what happens is this travels from here. You can barely even see it right now, but there's the pipe. And the water is now flowing this way, down further downstream. So right now we're going to shimmy through our strawberry and medicinal forest. Children, sorry. We're gonna shimmy through the forest here. You can see the strawberries and thyme co-planted together with kiwis, pomegranates, blackberries, gooseberry right there, mulberry here. But let's get back to the water. It's coming down from where we just were, and we're hitting a bed. I had a lot of firewood. At the time I didn't have the solar kiln to dry it, so I decided to create a fungal bed here where this absorbs the water. It was too deep, so it was beneficial to fill it up a little bit to where the water flowed more evenly. And this water, as time goes down, it'll break down and give home to fungal spores and things. But this is very gently going into that spot right there. And that's where we're gonna continue at the edge of the eco pond. Okay, so this is the bottom point of our watershed. We have a few entrances. We have the water coming here because all of our property slants this way and this way. So this is the bottom point. So we have the overflow excess, underflow excess. We have the rainwater harvesting off the poultry roof so it doesn't damage here. And that comes out in these rocks and goes right down this miniature riparian zone. And then fans out in the rock delta. But we also have the channel on the back side of the property come around and slow down all the water here. Slow it down almost to a complete stop before it flows into here in these two spots. The pond is basically full now, and the more time it spends like this, the more we'll tidy it up. But right now I'm wanting all this to really grow up as fast as possible so that we can get our ducks and geese in. So you can see we have the water coming here. It both infiltrates underground and gently goes there, which you can't see as much right now because of the grasses. But it goes into there. That's the idea. There's also like a relief here, which is like a relief valve that goes in when there's too much flow and I don't want it to damage downstream. But let's just take one look at where we started at just a minute ago. This is the log beds. So it comes in here and bends and then goes underground and overground into this pond. And this is saving everybody from washout, erosion, flooding damage. It buffers the water, and when it's dry, it provides underground irrigation, but it also recharges the aquifers and the boreholes in the area. So everybody's winning here. And you can see that for the first time, we are not far from overflowing. So look at how wonderful this is turning out. We have our bamboos back here. So we're gonna have bamboos, castor, croton, napier grass, vetiver grass, aquatic plants, totua, matangis, and then the fish are underneath. The plants and the ducks are on the surface. The shade is above. There's no lining here. We compacted it with clay, and the biology and animals will help seal it. So I would say after a few short months, our very gentle and continually iterated earthworks have turned into a water story success. Thank you for watching, and I hope this inspires you in some way to work with our rainwater that we get here in a more efficient and thoughtful manner that keeps the rivers from turning brown and keeps from nitrifying our water sources from pollution runoff, whether that's industrial or chemical, and actually benefits the farmer greatly. It's a triple win, win-win-win. Everybody's winning here, so we really need to give some more thought to our aquatic systems, our riparian systems, our forest systems, and then our grass systems up there, how we can tie them all together to create functional ecosystems to provide more abundance here. And there is such a potential for abundance. The level of export could greatly have an impact on the economy here, local and national. So, something to think about.